So this is a quick introduction to embedded analytics that we built for Exact at a recent hackathon. Why embedded analytics? So for many of our software partners, they're moving from what their customers want to be able to see easily and intuitively in the dashboard to actually why those things are happening with predictive modelling and analytics. In this scenario, we are looking at predicting outcomes specifically for accounting customers. In this scenario, we were looking at building models to control and predict cash flow, and in particular, writing back to Exact the outputs from those analytical models, which would identify individual invoices that were at risk. So how did we do that? Well, we extracted the data from the Exact online platform out of their API and put that into R as the statistical modelling tool. R is the engine that sits behind Pan Intelligence, and we speak to R through our self-service data visualization layer in the design screen, and we'll show you that shortly. As the data is being modelled through our screen designer portal, we are able to build simple regression models using individual fields that we identify as characteristics and outcomes, which fundamentally build out the regression tree. This is then displayed alongside the other self-service charts and dashboards within the embedded dashboard inside the Exact online portal. This then drives out a list of the outcomes, so in this case those invoices which have been identified as potentially being at risk based on the previous models that were built over the historical data. Those individual invoices are then flagged within Exact alongside the individual record, so any administrator or user of the Exact system can see those predicted invoices for potentially not being paid alongside the record. This is done via a web services call, feeding that information back into Exact. And this ultimately is how we display that, and we'll show you that shortly. So the value for Exact and for Exact customers, it's a self-service analytics tool for customers. This enables their accountants who have a business model where they're needing to provide additional consultancy services to their customers to become data scientists or data heroes. Ultimately, this is enabling their customers to have predictive markers on records so that they can make real-time interventions, change their behaviours towards particular items in Exact, in this case invoices, before those invoices actually become overdue. This helps to improve financial performance and cash flow, enables both users of Exact and the accountants to be able to do some predictive modelling, change their behaviours, take action, improve outcomes for everyone. So how does this work within Exact? Well, here we are logged into a sales invoices page, and we can see that we have an invoice marked at risk on this line item. So how does that get there, and how do we integrate dashboard and analytics into Exact? Well, let me show you. So if we go into the sales invoices, we can see that we've got a dashboard, a forecasting dashboard built within to Exact Online. In this reporting dashboard, we have a number of charts already built. So just show you how we bring those charts in. So we have a number of light bulb charts telling us how many invoices are overdue. In this case, it's that one I've just shown you. We've got a table of overdue invoices on the left. I'm going to bring in a new chart onto this page. I'm going to bring in a chart from a library. So we have lots of pre-configured charts. I think we've got one here for sales, total sales by product. We'll bring that in as a pie chart. On the left hand side we've got a table, so what I'm going to do with this table is actually turn this into a model, and again we're staying within Exact and within the dashboard. So selecting the cell on the top right hand corner, I've got an edit chart option, I've got lots of other options. I can export to Excel, download data files and so on, but in this case I'm going to edit this chart. And this exposes all of the fields and the data connections that I have access to so that I can build charts and reports for myself. But in this scenario, we're going to build something new. So I'm going to select this chart option here. Lots of different charts we can build, but we're going to actually build an analytics chart. So selecting analytics, it turns my data table into an analytics model. I'm now going to pick a new type of object, in this case, overdue. I'm just going to bring that down to the bottom here because this is going to become my outcome. So I want to know what is the factor in generating overdue invoices. So what is the most likely predictive factor in why invoices become overdue? And then I'm going to select build model, and that's going to build out the model for me on this page. I'm going to press save. That's given me a regression model, and it's telling me which of the factors are most likely to contribute to those invoices. But it goes one step further. It doesn't just tell me why, but it also actually feeds those invoices most likely to be be overdue. So I've run that model now. So what I'm going to do is just refresh some of these charts on my page, and you'll see that that's going to tell me that we've now got 2 invoices which are overdue, 2, and these are predicting not that they're overdue now, but predicting they're likely to become overdue based on those models. So if I go back into my sales invoices, and I'm going to look at that overview that I was in before, what we're now going to see is that we have 2 invoices potentially at risk from being overdue, and that's automatically feeding that information back into Exact against the record. So those individual users are able to see that flag and take action which may actually change the outcome. So that's embedded analytics within Exact. Please, if you're interested in finding out how we can do this for you and your software, get in touch. There's more information at the end of this presentation. Thank you.